Hello, welcome to Workforce Wednesday. My name is Emily Patnato. I am the Workforce Development Specialist at the Greater Scranton Chamber of Commerce and your host of Workforce Wednesday, where we meet with one member business a week and we discuss their job opportunities. Joining me today is Sue O'Donnell, Director of Hiring and Training at HW Rover. Thank you for joining me today. How are you?
Good. How are you, Emily? Thanks for having me.
Good. Thank you for joining. Can you tell me a little bit about what HW Rover is, the businesses you own and have, and
Absolutely.
where they're located, the general area?
Sure. So I'll tell you a little history too. HW Rover started in 1980 as a Mr. Donut. It transitioned in 1990 to Dunkin. So it was started by Paula and Henry Rover. And it was one location on South Washington Avenue, and it has now grown as of last month to 9 locations in Lackawanna County. Last month, we did open our first side-by-side drive-through only location in the whole area, which is super exciting.
Where is the drive-through location?
So it's on South Washington Avenue. It's really about the equivalent of a block or two from our current location on South Washington Avenue. So the idea there was to alleviate some of that traffic that you may see in that area.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Can you tell me a little bit about your company culture?
absolutely. So it's fast-paced, friendly, flexible, and I would say some of our main focuses are guest service and food safety. So those are things that we really focus on.
Obviously, Dunkin offers many drinks.
Many.
It might be high school students applying or people who are older. What is the training like to learn these drinks, to work at in a fast-paced environment like a Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah, it is. Our employees range. We have employees that are 14 years old, and we have employees that are 78 years old. So we really have a wide variety. One of the reasons that we're really flexible with hours and schedules. So, we have different things that meet many people's needs. Our training process is we do have a couple during onboarding, a couple computer trainings that we do on food safety. Like I mentioned, that's super important to us. And then we have a 40-hour hands-on training that all of our employees go through. So they're learning each station, front counter, drive-through, sandwiches, order taking, the things that we bake in the store. And they're spending one-on-one time with one of our employees in the store learning each of those things. And we really try to individualize it. Some people take that 40 hours to train, some people need a little longer, and some people can train quicker, but we really just like to make sure that an employee is comfortable in each position in our store because everything is everybody's job.
So if someone wasn't catching on so quickly, you have the opportunity to say, hey, you need a little bit more training. Let's keep going with this process.
Absolutely.
Nice.
It's not that it's a difficult job, but there is a lot to learn. There
Right.
is a huge learning curve. We make so many different specialty drinks and sandwiches, and it can be challenging learning all of those things, in that short period of time and while under pressure, because as much as you're with somebody one-on-one, you still have all of our guests coming to the front counter and the drive-through while you're training. So sometimes that can be a little harder for some people to catch on in that, exactly 40 hours.
There's a lot of multitasking going on. I could tell
100.
whenever I walk in and get my drink, but
Yeah.
somebody ever asked me to make a caramel macchiato, I would never know. So I give a lot of credit to the employees who take the time
Yeah.
to learn it and do it very well because I get one every day.
Terrific. Glad to hear that.
Um, so what would you say are the skills you look for in a potential employee?
So, basic math skills, understanding the restaurant menu. Like I mentioned, we have so many different things, so that's a lot to learn. Um, the ability to follow our speed of service. So we do have, a certain time that we should have drinks out at both the front counter and drive-through. Someone who's able to competently serve and communicate with guests, as well as communicate with their team, as well as their management.
So what would you say that titles are of the positions you're looking to fill.
So crew member,
Mhm.
as well as shift leader, who is someone who's running that particular shift that they're on, shift manager, or sometimes referred to as an assistant manager, and then manager. We also have in the area the NEPA CML, which is our bakery that bakes and delivers all of our donuts to not just our 9 locations, but I believe close to 60 or 70 locations in the area. And we're always looking to hire there for manufacturing jobs.
What does the manufacturing jobs in the bakery entail? Like what might a day look like?
So they're in there, I believe they're overnight shifts for the most part, and they are in there baking donuts. I think they usually come in at 3 p.m. and they start baking. They also have drivers then that are out delivering the donuts overnight.
And would someone need to have baking experience in their past to work there?
No, not necessarily. They're definitely willing to train. Yeah.
And then shift leader positions, shift leader to management up. What are the qualifications you're looking for in those type of people? How does someone become a shift leader or apply as a shift leader?
Sure. So we do have the ability for them to apply for those positions. We also definitely are always looking to promote from within for all of those positions. Um, and they would have to have all those skills that I mentioned earlier, be enthusiastic, energetic, friendly. And in addition, have the ability to solve problems and to lead a team.
What is something you would want to tell an interested job seeker about working for HW Rover in one of the Dunkin locations?
We're a great place to work. We have, it's a, like I mentioned, a family-owned business, and it's a true family business. It's still, you know, have the owners in each store on a daily basis, and we think of all of our employees as family, and we really try to work with everybody to make it a great place for them to work. Go ahead.
What are the benefits to the position?
So we have employees who get to walk out every day with cash tips. We have an employer matched 401k. We have health benefits available, vision, dental, life insurance, paid vacation. We have a shift differential. So anybody who works before 6 a.m. or after 10 p.m. gets an additional dollar rate. We have holiday pay, overtime, which we typically have available. We have a shift bonus. So if you pick up any 4-hour shift outside of your regular schedule, you get an additional $50. We have a referral bonus. So, and we do have plenty of employees that take advantage of this. If you refer an employee, you receive $50 upon hire of that employee. And if they are here for 90 days, you get an additional $100. Free coffee, that's always a great perk. Flexible schedules. So like I mentioned, we have, students who are 14 years old and we work around their schedule. We have college students who work when they're home on break. We really try to, make it accessible to everyone. We also have great partnerships with Lackawanna College. So scholarship opportunity where you get $1,500 for the year, split between us and Lackawanna. You just need to maintain a certain GPA and work a certain amount of hours each week. And we have plenty of people that take advantage of that as well. And then we also have a partnership with the Family Business Alliance, which allows us to give perks to those attending Wilkes or Penn State Scranton.
Very nice. I'm happy to hear you have those partnerships with the local colleges.
Yeah.
Is there anything else I might not have asked that you'd like to mention?
Let me just look here.
Take your time.
No, I think actually we covered just about everything.
Except how would an interested job seeker apply?
So We do have Facebook and Instagram. You can certainly go on our pages. They're at HW Rover for for Facebook, and at HW Rover DD for Facebook. And you can also go to our website for hiring, which is nowhiring.com/HWR. And all of our positions are listed there, as well as on the chamber job board.
Yes, so you can find the positions at HW Rover on the Scranton Chamber job board at scrantonchamber.com, as well as many more availabilities from our member businesses. And thank you, Sue, for taking the time to tell us about working at HW Rover today and the
Thank you so
Dunkin
much.
locations. I appreciate it.
It was my pleasure.
If you're an interested job seeker looking for the positions again, please head to the scrantonchamber.com. If you are a member business interested in registering for a Workforce Wednesday session, please contact me at epetnato@scrantonchamber.com or call 570-342-7711. And thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next week. Thank you, Sue. Have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, you too.